We're gonna be trying another product here today on the homestead here. We got our game camera right there, so that should pick up anything where we're gonna be putting this. This is the Big Tine Attract, Develop, and Grow. This is probiotic enhanced, fortified with nitro, mineral, and vitamin supplement. This is triggered. Protein, mineral, attractant, persimmon flavored. This is 5 pounds. Made in the USA. And then we're gonna read the back inside probably when we end our review, so that way there's no wind or anything. Let's cut it open. We're just gonna read the directions right now. Pour directly on the ground in a pile in front of a trail camera or anywhere you want deer to stop. Can be mixed with any Big Tine feed, grain, or alfalfa hay. So what we're gonna do is we are going to be watching the camera footage, and then we're gonna throw that in this video as well. Oh, that's pretty strong smelling. And then we'll do a end, like how would we score this? Do we think it actually works, or is it a waste of money? So right away, I can smell it. It's very sugary. It has a bunch of corn in it, not a bunch, but it has corn in there. Looks like it has like crushed up seeds. It's got like a sweet, crusty taste. Kind of like if you burnt some toast, but then tried to put some syrup on it to sweeten it up a little bit. That's what it tastes like. Kind of want. There's our pile. We're gonna put the pile right there. We're gonna save all this for the review. Right now it is September 15th, so all of our pictures are date stamped. And it is 5 o'clock in the evening. So anything after that, you'll be able to tell if that's what it's attracting them. And then we'll go through all those pictures. We're primarily trying to get bucks, but you know, doe bring the bucks, so I guess we'll take those as well. So the next footage you see will probably be an update in about a week or two, and then we'll go through the pictures on camera, and then we'll do our end of review. So stay tuned. All right, a little update. Right now it is September 30th. I had to look at my watch. September 30th, and the whole pile is gone. It had corn in there, and you see like 2 kernels of corn left, but the pile is gone. So I'm assuming some of the rain pushed it into the grassy area a little bit, and the deer are gonna start eating that soon. So I threw a little a block. I'm gonna put that block right on top of it, just so they have something so they don't eat the dirt necessarily. Yep, there it is. Let's go inside and talk about it. So here we are going to be going through some of the pictures of the bucks and deer that came in. The dates on the bottom are actually wrong. This is pretty much right after I put the pile down on the ground. You can see this is a pretty big buck, but the problem is that the bucks aren't staying in the area for long. This is one of the only pictures that I have of the deer with its face on the ground. The pile is actually right off camera directly to the left of the frame. And a lot of these deer are just coming straight to the corn. They're going right over the pile. And I have a theory about what ate the pile so quickly, because these deer aren't really hanging in the area. This deer right there in the left-hand corner, that is exactly where the pile is. So he was no doubt munching on that pile or licking it or stomping it or whatever he was doing, but he only stayed there for about a minute or so. And then as we go on, though, you're going to see they're kind of just going right over it. There's a few does that hang out over it later on, but for a good month And then there's, I think, my culprit right there, not the big buck, I wish, but that raccoon. The raccoons started to come out right after I started making sure that the corn had corn in it about every other day or so. And the raccoons started coming out more and more prevalently then. The big bucks started petering out. You'll see a few more, but as we get closer to the opening day of hunting season and the closer to, which is right now, the end of October, the bigger bucks seem to start to disappear, and the smaller bucks start to appear and be more prevalent and stay in the area. So a lot of these are only a few years old bucks. That's an 8-pointer, but look how small it is. So it's not like you wouldn't go bragging about that. That's actually only an 8-pointer as well. And you'll see there's the culprit right there by the corn feeder. And there he is again. There's a tiny buck. And then here's the does that are coming up here. And you'll see him again here. The does, I think, spend the majority of the time at the corn feeder. And I tried to weed out the pictures to get, so you just wouldn't have to see deer eating at the corn feeder. This is only deer that were on the left-hand side. And there's the does that hang out quite a bit. And now there's some smaller bucks coming in. And then you're going to see there's more at night. There's going to be more and more pictures with raccoons. And I think that they are actually the biggest culprit. And here is probably the best example of that. This is 5 raccoons in the area of the corn. However, if there's deer at the corn, sometimes the raccoons will hang out on the left-hand side, which is exactly where that pile was. So my assumption is that the raccoons actually ate the majority of that attractant more than the deer. And here's the 3 doe that always are back on my property, and some smaller bucks coming in with some raccoons as well. And yep, that's a smaller buck. He'll be good in a few years, but not quite yet. Same with that one. He'll be good in a few years, not quite yet. Same with that one. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so we're going to be reading about the product, and then I'm going to give it a score, like what my honest opinion would be of this product. And that's how we're going to end the review. All right, so this is Big Tine Attract, Develop, Grow, Triggered, Protein plus Mineral Attractant, Persimmon scented or flavored, 5 pounds, made in the USA, mineral and vitamin supplement. Big Tine Triggered is a high-protein base attractant with the proper balance of fat, fiber, and contains Big Tine's nitro mineral supplement with a boost of added corn for maximum intake, digestibility, and absorption. Corn doesn't help with any of that. Corn helps you gain weight and makes you want to eat it. Triggered contains a research-proven prebiotic designed to enhance digestibility by increasing the nutrient supply. Triggered offers an attracting power to draw deer in and hold them where you want them. It's a great source of late season protein when fed alone or mixed with other feeds. Triggered can be fed year-round for scouting or in front of a trail camera for herd inventory. Feeding instructions: pour directly on the ground in a pile in front of a trail camera or anywhere you want to the deer to stop. Can be mixed with any Big Tine feed, grains, and alfalfa hay. Okay. Ingredients: processed grain byproducts, grain products, calcium carbonate, salt, mineral oil, natural and artificial flavors, dried, a long word, product, selenium yeast, zinc sulfate, magnesium sulfate, copper sulfate, vitamin E supplement, cobalt carbonate, magnesium, a bunch of long words here. A bunch of long words. Nowhere in the ingredients does it say persimmon. Do not feed to sheep. It contains copper. This is from Rockville, Indiana. BigTine.com. Grain analysis: 21% protein. let's see, there's a bunch of other vitamins, but nothing besides the protein that really sticks out. 9% crude fiber, 4% fat, 3% calcium, and about 3% salt. So besides that, nothing sticks out. Okay, so what did we think about it? I had it where I wanted deer to come through. And I think that the deer pretty much, they ate it. Obviously, they ate it. Okay. But also, deer eat Mountain Dew when I put that on the corn too. There's a video about that. Also, deer eat fruit punch when I put that on the corn. Also, deer eat a pack of sunflower seeds when I put that out. So it's not like crazy to think that a deer will eat anything, because they will. If you put it where a deer can get to it, a deer will eat it, as long as it's not near like a building or something like that. But if it's in a deer's natural habitat and you put something there, it will investigate it. If it's edible, it will eat it. That's what an animal does. Also, this is so fine that the wind can take it. Animals like birds definitely got into it. Raccoons, possums, mice, squirrels, anything can get to it. Okay. Do I think that this is like something that is going to make a huge difference? Now, I didn't fully read the back before I put this out, because it does mention late season. And given the chance to do it again, maybe I would have done this experiment late season. I actually did it before the season even started, to try to get them to come in. Once it's gone though, they have no reason to be in that specific area. Like, they'll eat it, lick it, whatever they're doing to it, kick it in the air, headbutt it, whatever. Once that is done, then they have no reason to stick there, because they're not expecting this is going to be a continuous thing unless you do it over and over again, like you're supposed to do with like your lucky bucks, right? So, would I get this over a bag of regular attractant, like minerals, for example? So would I get this over? Lucky Buck is a perfect example. Would I get this, or would I get a bucket of Lucky Buck in the future? I would say Lucky Buck over this. It wasn't as strong scented as I would have liked. However, it did work. Like, the deer did come to it, okay? So it's not like if you dump this out, it's actually going to repel deer, right? That's not. But also, I also would want a product that's actually going to bring in like big bucks, not just any deer, any raccoon, possum, bird, every bird in the county, whatever. Okay. So, let's give this a score. Okay. 0 being the worst, 100 being the best. And then I'll even tell you what I would rate Lucky Buck in there. So Lucky Buck would probably be at a, like a 90, okay? Because that will attract deer the day you dump it out. And they will eat it, and they will eat a whole, all right? They will eat a whole. If you've never heard of Lucky Buck, look it up. It comes in a white bucket. I would give this a score. So if that's a 90, I would give this a score of probably a 65. So, which I do love trying products. It's not like a bad thing that this was purchased. It is a good thing that it was purchased, because I do love trying things, and we tried it. So I think that's great. But, so yeah, there's my honest opinion of this. Okay. So make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, share the channel. That's how the channel grows. If you have questions, or you want me to try something else, leave it in a comment below. That's how I know to try things. And if you've ever tried this and you think I'm completely wrong and I'm an idiot, leave that in a comment, because that's important for other people, because this is just my opinion and my son's opinion that we hunt here on our property. okay? You may have a totally different experience with this, and maybe you live somewhere else, and you could say, I'm from North Carolina, and this guy's an idiot because this works, and I buy it. Leave that in a comment. That helps. All right, thank you, and share the channel and share this video. Thanks. God bless.